If it wasn't for heartbreak, missteps, mistakes, and missed opportunities, the unmet expectations, if it weren't for the oh-so-closes, maybe next times. Winning wouldn't feel like this.
Welcome to Classy Lane Training Centre in Puslinch, Ontario. I'm Jaimi Fellows with the Harness Racing Update, and today we're talking 2-year-olds with Scott McEneny. You're coming off $1 million season, one of your best years recently. What was a highlight for you in 2017?
Well, definitely the highlight was Bettors Up. Winning the Fan Hanover and the Simcoe was great for her, and she made $500,000. So and then won the O'Brien Award. So that was really huge for me.
And what do you most look forward to for 2018?
A lot of these horses. I got some nice 3-year-olds coming back, I think, and I got some really nice 2-year-olds, I think. And Bettors Up's going to be 4 racing against older mares, so it'll be awfully tougher, but I think she can handle some of them. Hopefully we can grind out some money with her too.
This year, how many horses do you have in training, and how many 2-year-olds do you have?
I have 30 here right now, and 17 of them are 2-year-olds.
Any big surprises out of your group yet?
Yeah, there's a couple there. There's a filly I bought for $8,000 is pretty nice, and there's a trotting colt there that we give a lot of money for, but he acts like the real deal. So.
What are some of your biggest challenges you've faced this winter?
The weather and the track. It's just been up and down, cold, rainy, snow. I'm getting sick of it.
Out of your horses, how many do you have that are Ontario sired?
I believe there's 12 2-year-olds that are Ontario sired.
And out of those Ontario sired 2-year-olds, how do they compare to other ones?
Right now, they're going just as good as the American breds. I've got a bunch of them paid up in the U.S. stuff, so I'm kind of high on a lot of them, and you can't win them if you're not in it.
And what do you think motivates owners to purchase Ontario sired?
I think the money that we go for is amazing, and if we could just get a little more money in the grassroots to make it look a little better, I think the price of yearlings could be even better. But our program's really good compared to everything else, and you know what, our Ontario breds can go with the U.S. breds.
Let's talk about some of your 2-year-olds. You trained Bettor's Delight, who made over $2.5 million. You do have a couple of his 2-year-olds in training this winter. How do you think they compare to their sire?
Some are like them. He was very lazy. These ones aren't that lazy as he was. He was pretty bad. But they're both good gaited. I've got 5 of them actually, but they're all good gaited. They're sensible on the track, and they seem to have some high speed.
Tell me more about Angel Hands, your Bettor's Delight filly purchased for $8,000 at Harrisburg.
Yeah, I looked at her and I had her marked down in my book for 20 to 25, and I don't know why I got her for $8,000. She's a little sweetheart, a little bit of an attitude, but she's got a great gait on her. Her second dam is the dam of Barnett Hanover, who I trained at 2, and he went in 51. So I really like that horse at 2. He was very, very fast. So that kind of got me looking at her, but she's a pretty nice filly. I really like her.
You paid $45,000 at Harrisburg for Somewhere Bettor, a Bettor's Delight colt out of Some Race Somewhere.
Yeah, he's a really nice colt. He's got really quick speed. When you move him, he can move pretty fast. So you got to go down to the 3rd dam to see some of the pedigree. But I really liked him at the sale. He was a really good-looking colt, and I just had to have him.
Sunshine at the Beach is an Ontario sired homebred. Can you tell us about this filly?
Yeah, she's a homebred of Brad Grant's. He raced the mother. She won her first 2 starts at 2, and then she broke a bone and she couldn't race anymore, so he bred her. And I picked her up there in September, and she's just grown up and filled out so much, and she's actually one of my favorite fillies right now, and she can go with anything.
So you have 4 first crop sires. Honeyitsonlymoney, a Sweet Lou filly out of Cantputapriceonher, you got for $15,000 at Lexington.
Yeah, I bought her myself and my wife. We bought her together, and we just always try to buy something like that. She's not too big, but she's coming around and she's going right with them, and I kind of like her attitude and stuff like that. So we're just kind of hoping we can maybe flip her over if she makes it and or make some money like Bettors Up did.
What about your Captaintreacherous colt, Warrawee Ulysses, purchased for $60,000 at the Lexington Selected sale?
Yeah, he's out of that Warrawee Koine mare, and she was a really good Ontario sire filly back in her days here. And I really like this colt at the sale. I thought he would have sold for $100, and we got him for $60. He's a big colt. You get his attention, he can scout right along, but he's really coming around lately. I had to take some chips out of him early, but he's a nice colt. I really like him.
You have 2 Royalty for Life 2-year-olds. What do you like about Lifetime Royalty, a colt out of Cha Cha Glide you purchased for $100,000 in Lexington?
He's my favorite trotter I think I've ever had. I just love him. I've left him a stallion because he acts that good, and he's a handful, but he's got a really nice gait. He's got a great mouth on him. They're really smart, and I really like him. He can go with the Pacers, that horse. He's pretty nice.
Tell me about Aris Lady, a Royalty for Life filly out of Hollywood Beauty, purchased for $62,000 in London.
Yeah, this filly here, I was bidding on her for my one owner, and we kept going, and we went more than we wanted. And then we let her go for $62, and then I went to see who got her, and it was one of my other owners that I owned horse from the States. And so anyways, I kind of put them together, and they bought her together. So she's really nice. She's a sister to Jaimi Seelster, and she's just so good gaited and smart. Her knees are a little open. I'm going to back off with her for a little while, but like I say, she goes right with that other trotting colt, and she can stay right with them.
Finally, you have a Sportswriter colt named Pickem. You purchased for $40,000 in Lexington.
Yeah, he's a nice big colt. He does everything right. He's right with the top group right now, and I got no complaints about him right now. I just hope he stays sound, and that's the biggest thing with sports writers, and hopefully he just stays sound and makes money.
What's your favorite memory of Bettor's Delight?
Favorite one is probably the tatter sales in Lexington when him and Real Desire went at it from the quarter pole to the half. They opened up 15 lengths on them. Mike was kind of taking the sting out of Real Desire for a bit, and then we got locked in, and then we got out late, and he won the tatter sales in a bad day of racing too in 49. So I was pretty excited on that race, just seeing them race down the backside.
Your son Austin is quite the hockey player. What was it like to see him win the Memorial Cup last year with the Windsor Spitfire?
Oh, it was awesome. You know what? I love his hockey. I love going to the games, and it's been great for me over the last 10 years, just getting him to play hockey and meeting different people out of the business.
And do you enjoy having him a little bit closer to home now that he's playing for the Kitchener Rangers?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot closer. I can go to a lot more games. Going to Windsor, that drive to Windsor is just terrible, so we didn't get there too much, but getting to Kitchener, at least we can get to see a lot of the games.
What movie have you watched the most times in your life?
I don't watch movies that much, but I know I watched Jaws probably 6 or 7 times when I was younger.
If you weren't training horses, what would you be doing?
If I could afford it, a professional poker player.
If you could pick one day in your life to relive, what day would that be?
I don't know. How about Little Brown Jug Day when Bettors Light won it? That was pretty nice.
Down the stretch, Bettors Delight, Michelle Lachance wins the Little Brown Jug.
One thing on your bucket list.
How about the win to Hamiltonian?
What talent do you wish you had?
How about to be a harness driver? Because I don't have to work as hard. I only have to work at night.
What celebrity would you most like to meet?
I think I'd like to meet Sidney Crosby. I think it'd be exciting just to sit down and talk to him.
If you could pick one horse in history to train, who would it be?
I'd love to train Some Beach Somewhere. I think it'd be awesome just to sit behind him and see what kind of horse he really is.
Thanks for having us here today with you, taking a look at your 17 two-year-olds.
Yep, thanks very much for having me.
Harness Racing Update is the sport's most comprehensive and trusted news source. and the fastest growing publication in the game. HRU has you covered with award-winning features and commentary from some of the sport's best writers. Stellar photography, race news, results, entries, handicapping, and video replays. The industry's most comprehensive sales results, and harness racing's best reader feedback section. And it's all delivered free of charge to your email box multiple times each week. See why HRU is the most trusted news source of the sport's most important people from all facets of the industry. Subscribe today for free. To subscribe, just go to harnessracingupdate.com and then click subscribe for free.